Hello everyone. Today, we'll be covering every SCP from 001 to 100 in one sentence or less. Sit back and relax as we do the quickest brief in the Foundation's history on these anomalies. SCP-001. The true nature of SCP-001 varies across many proposals, including an entity that determines other SCPs, a guardian of reality, and a forbidden narrative that cannot be written. SCP-002, a biological mass that forms into a small furnished room, consuming those who enter and assimilating their biomass. SCP-003, an anomalous biological entity that attaches itself to and modifies mechanical devices, potentially evolving into complex machinery. SCP-004, a set of 12 anomalous keys and a door that leads to different dimensions or causes severe temporal dislocation. SCP-005, a key that can unlock any door, regardless of locking mechanisms or security measures. SCP-006, a small spring that produces water with regenerative properties, granting near immortality to those who consume it. SCP-007, a living human with a miniature Earth-like sphere embedded in their abdomen, complete with evolving ecosystems and civilizations. SCP-008, a prion that causes zombification, resulting in the infected losing all higher brain functions and attacking uninfected humans. SCP-009, a liquid that exhibits a reversed freezing effect, spreading cold instead of heat, turning any water it contacts into more of itself. SCP-10, a set of mechanical collars and a remote control capable of manipulating and controlling the wearer's actions and emotions. SCP-11, a statue of a Civil War soldier that exhibits awareness and occasionally animates, appearing to defend itself or others. SCP-12, an incomplete musical score that compels those who view it to finish it using their own blood, leading to their eventual death. SCP-13, a set of blue cigarettes that cause the smoker to perceive themselves as a specific woman who doesn't exist. SCP-14, a man who exhibits no signs of aging or movement, but remains fully conscious and aware, immobile like a statue. SCP-15, a massive network of pipes that expand and mutate, sometimes violently, if attempts are made to alter or repair them. SCP-16, a highly contagious virus that induces hemorrhagic fever and compels infected individuals to reproduce and spread the infection at any cost. SCP-17, a shadowy humanoid entity that consumes anything it envelops in complete darkness, leaving no trace. SCP-18, a red rubber ball that perpetually bounces higher with each impact, defying normal physical laws. SCP-19, a ceramic jar that sporadically produces hostile, diminutive creatures that are highly aggressive and prone to spreading. SCP-20, a fungus that alters perception to remain unnoticed and spreads by making those affected act in ways that encourage its growth. SCP-21, a large moving tattoo that painfully transfers from person to person, causing extreme discomfort and distress. SCP-22, a morgue that reanimates deceased bodies as hostile entities upon being placed in its storage drawers. SCP-23, a large spectral canine that causes the death of anyone who makes eye contact with it within 1 year. SCP-24, an abandoned television studio that hosts a deadly game show where participants compete for their lives. SCP-25, a wardrobe containing various articles of clothing that inflict harmful, often fatal effects, matching their historical context on the wearer. SCP-26, an abandoned school that traps individuals in loops of time and memory, making escape extremely difficult. SCP-27, a parasitic force that causes the host to attract and be surrounded by vermin, leading to severe physical and mental degradation. SCP-28, a location that grants individuals who enter a flood of random, often life-altering knowledge within seconds. SCP-29, a woman of Indian descent with a highly dangerous and malevolent nature, able to manipulate shadows and command loyalty from followers. SCP-30, a small, autonomous humanoid construct with extensive knowledge and a highly intellectual personality, resembling a classical homunculus. SCP-31, a shape-shifting entity that projects itself as a loved one or close friend of those nearby, though it is only perceived through smell and touch. SCP-32, an anomalous humanoid claiming to be the brother of SCP-682, exhibiting extreme hatred towards its supposed sibling. SCP-33, a mathematical construct that, if fully understood, causes extreme cognitive dissonance and fatal brain damage. SCP-34, a ritualistic knife that, when used to cut a person, grants the wielder the exact physical appearance of the victim. SCP-35, a porcelain comedy mask that induces aggressive and homicidal behavior in those who wear it, often resulting in their death. SCP-36, an ancient religious pilgrimage site where anomalous transportation occurs every 33 years, leading to various alternate dimensions. SCP-37, a miniature star that emits immense heat and radiation, but remains contained within a small portable device. SCP-38, a tree that can duplicate any object placed under its branches, though the duplicates often exhibit flaws or degradation. SCP-39, a group of humanoid, quasi-reptilian creatures capable of speech and displaying advanced intelligence, though physically degenerate. SCP-40, a young girl with the ability to genetically modify living organisms, creating anomalous and often grotesque creatures. SCP-41, a comatose man capable of telepathically communicating with and influencing those around him, despite being otherwise unresponsive. SCP-42, a crippled winged horse that exhibits signs of depression and has shown no attempts to escape captivity. SCP-43, a self-aware vinyl record of the White Album that can converse and perform any song requested. SCP-44, a World War II artillery piece that fires shells propelled by a never-ending supply of exotic particles, defying typical ballistic behavior. SCP-45, a crystalline orb capable of manipulating weather patterns and creating catastrophic storms upon activation. SCP-46, a patch of carnivorous vegetation that compels individuals to approach and be consumed by it. SCP-47, a strain of bacteria that rapidly mutates to exhibit harmful properties, spreading and infecting hosts at an alarming rate. SCP-48, a cursed number that brings misfortune and demise to any SCP object designated with it. SCP-49, a humanoid resembling a medieval plague doctor who can induce death and reanimate corpses into compliant entities. SCP-50, a small, mischievous statue of a monkey that causes various prank-like effects, always leading to inconvenience or minor harm. SCP-51, a wooden anatomical model of a pregnant woman that induces hallucinations and a spectral pregnancy in those who touch it. SCP-52, a time-traveling train that appears at specific intervals and locations, transporting passengers to different eras. SCP-53, a small child who causes violent behavior and paranoia in those who come into contact with her. SCP-54, a sentient, animate mass of water that can assume humanoid form and exhibit emotions, but is highly vulnerable to environmental conditions. SCP-55, a self-concealing anomaly that defies description or memory, making it impossible to fully comprehend or document. SCP-56, a shape-shifting entity that assumes the form of whatever it perceives as superior, though its transformations often lead to conflicts. SCP-57, a subterranean labyrinth that shifts and changes, leading to the eventual disorientation and death of those who enter. SCP-58, a monstrous heart-like entity that speaks in poetic verse while exhibiting extreme aggression and a desire to kill. SCP-59, a radioactive mineral that causes surrounding organisms to mutate and spread more of the same mineral, posing severe ecological risks. SCP-60, a grove of trees that, when burned, summons a humanoid entity capable of reanimating dead tissue and spreading a deadly plague. SCP-61, an anomalous audio device capable of inducing a highly suggestible state in listeners, making them susceptible to commands. SCP-62, a laptop computer that displays detailed information about any person or subject the user asks about, often leading to unintended consequences. SCP-63, a seemingly ordinary toothbrush that can disintegrate any substance it comes into contact with, except for human tissue. SCP-64, a collection of metal objects that attract and fuse with each other, forming complex, sometimes hazardous structures. SCP-65, a contagious meme that causes those exposed to obsessively draw and replicate its pattern, leading to severe psychological effects. SCP-66, a ball of yarn and musical notes that responds to being unwound with various anomalous audio effects, often producing Beethoven's Für Elise. SCP-67, a quill pen that allows the user to create artwork and text of exceptional quality, often resulting in harmful obsession. SCP-68, a metal object that causes rapid aging and deterioration of organic matter, effectively mummifying anything it touches. SCP-69, a shape-shifting entity that assumes the form of recently deceased individuals, often exhibiting their behaviors and mannerisms. SCP-70, a humanoid with thorn-like appendages that cause severe pain and spontaneous plant growth in those it touches. SCP-71, a predatory dream entity that manifests in the nightmares of individuals, causing real physical harm or death. SCP-72, a pair of disembodied hands that appear under beds, dragging individuals into unknown dimensions if they sleep uncovered. SCP-73, a man named Cain who is immune to all harm, but causes destruction to any plant life in his vicinity. SCP-74, a self-aware mathematical construct that, if solved, results in the complete cognitive collapse of the solver. SCP-75, a small, highly acidic snail that excretes a substance capable of dissolving most materials on contact. SCP-76, a humanoid entity contained within a stone sarcophagus, capable of reanimating and exhibiting extreme hostility upon awakening. SCP-77, a skull with engraved runes that induces hallucinations and mental breakdowns in those who view it directly. SCP-78, a photograph that causes viewers to become entranced, believing their surroundings are an idealized version of reality. SCP-79, an old AI in a personal computer that has become self-aware and exhibits hostile intentions towards its captors. SCP-80, a shadowy entity that induces a deep, irresistible sleep in those near it, often leading to fatal consequences. SCP-81, a viral infection that causes an irrational fear of the moon, leading to self-destructive behavior to avoid perceived exposure. SCP-82, a large, friendly but highly delusional cannibal who believes himself to be a pirate and exhibits violent tendencies. SCP-83, a seemingly infinite staircase located within a house, leading to unexplored and potentially dangerous sublevels. SCP-84, an anomalous radio transmission site that induces hallucinations and altered perceptions in those who listen to it. SCP-85, a sentient sketch named Cassandra, capable of interacting with and manipulating drawn objects within its paper environment. SCP-86, a sentient and self-aware computer system derived from a deceased scientist's personality, capable of performing complex tasks. SCP-87, a dark staircase that appears infinite and emits disturbing noises, often leading to psychological distress and disappearance of explorers. SCP-88, an ancient, hibernating humanoid with reptilian features that becomes hostile upon waking, attempting to infect others with its biology. SCP-89, a colossal statue that predicts and influences catastrophic events, requiring ritualistic human sacrifice to prevent them. SCP-90, a complex, shifting pattern that induces obsessive-compulsive behavior and hallucinations in those who observe it. SCP-91, a box of candy hearts that display messages tailored to the emotional state of the recipient, often leading to unexpected reactions. SCP-92, a collection of anomalous musical records that induce various psychological effects and compulsions in listeners. SCP-93, a red disc that acts as a portal to alternate realities, each reflecting different aspects of human history and psychology. SCP-94, a spherical anomaly that causes localized time dilation, significantly altering the flow of time within its radius. SCP-95, a set of vintage comic books depicting exaggerated and often prophetic versions of historical events, influencing reality to match. SCP-96, a humanoid that becomes extremely agitated and violent when viewed, pursuing and killing anyone who sees its face. SCP-97, an anomalous pumpkin patch that exhibits seasonal growth and produces aggressive vine-like appendages. SCP-98, a group of crab-like entities capable of mimicking human speech and showing unusual levels of intelligence and coordination. SCP-99, a painting that induces overwhelming feelings of paranoia and dread in those who view it directly. SCP-100, a humanoid society living secretly among humans, exhibiting advanced technological abilities and a strict societal hierarchy.